Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Pre-Order Bonus Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Cameron Warren, and I'm joined, as always, by the Pixel Professor, Jacob Price. It's January 22nd, 2025. We're back to talk about video games. Jake, if you guys didn't know, Jake Chip Dip 18 co-streamed the Xbox Developer Direct today. Jake, what do you give the Xbox Developer Direct? Give it a score out of 10 right off the top here. What do you got?
Like an 8.5, maybe a. And honestly, it really only loses points because of my level of interest in the games is varied.
Right.
You know, my personal rating would be like 8.5, but at some moments it was a 9. At some moments it was maybe less. But dude, Cameron, I just feel like Xbox has figured out a really great showcase for early in the year that gives us lots of good information about what we can expect. It's highly polished. We're hearing directly from the developers. I'm kind of like, dude, this is the template. You know, whether or not you like Xbox, I think, and whether or not whatever your opinions on what they're doing right now, I think the Developer Direct is a highlight when it comes to showcases out of the year.
Yeah, I would agree. It's very fun. I mean, Forza looks incredible. It's just like we know what it is. So like to me, like it wasn't like very exciting to watch because I'm like, oh, it's just more of this like amazing game in like a really cool setting. So
which is all they need.
Yeah,
honestly.
like it's what I wanted. It's like I don't know what else they would show. I'm like, great. I just want to play that. Like you don't even need to show it to me. Like can just say it's Forza in Japan, and I'm like, yep, we're good.
Yep.
And then, dude, kudos to Microsoft for being as money hungry as they are, for just letting Double Fine do whatever the crap they want over there in that studio, man. Just
dude, I love Tim Schafer just coming out right out the gate is like, hey, we have this really cool culture here at this. And to me, it was like pretty much a flex. I mean, maybe a humble brag or whatever. He's just like, hey, we have this culture where we just do the Amnesia Fortnite, and this is a game that came from that, and it's going to be a ton of fun. Everybody here loves it, and it's crazy weird, but it's unique.
It is.
There we got Kiln.
It is very weird. Very. I'm not going to lie to you. I was kind of like, there's no way. If somebody tells me this is like the best game of the year, like I might open it, but if not, I'm out.
So I was thinking about this because I was telling my kids about this because I know it's marketed as an online multiplayer thing, but I desperately want this to be couch co-op because my kids and I will laugh playing this.
Dude, that's a huge miss if it's not couch co-op. Huge.
If it's not couch co-op, I'm going to be pretty disappointed, to be honest.
100%.
I don't want to do matchmaking in this game. This does not look like a This looks like a party game at home. Anyway, I was realizing that the title of this game is freaking brilliant. Kiln kind of sounds like a truncated killing, and that's what you're doing. You're just killing other ceramic pots, you know, as you're going around. I don't know if that was intentional, but I like heard it out loud, and I was like, no. My belief is that this is like an incredible double meaning title right here.
They got you there, man. They did it.
Yeah, dude, I'm on board. It looks wild.
Yeah, no, I'll give it a shot. And then, dude, Fable showed me exactly what I needed to see.
Ooh, yeah.
Like, they couldn't have done it any better. I mean, it was like exactly what I needed to see to be like, dude, this might have the stuff. This might be the Fable that everybody... Microsoft, I feel like, has in the past had this problem of like mismanaged expectations, like with what their games are going to be. And maybe this is still the case. We're not going to know until we have controller in hand, obviously. So I don't want to like have too much hyperbole here, but what they showed makes me think that this might have the stuff. Like it really might.
Honestly, so I actually played a ton of, I think it was Fable 2 back in my, what was it? It was like my sophomore year of college. This was one of the games. I played this and I think a Roy McElroy golf game a lot. But yeah, I played the heck out of Fable 2, and what I guess I didn't really have a ton of expectations for this showing here because I was like, I don't know, maybe I'm beyond Fable or whatever, but I feel like hit everything that I really enjoyed about Fable 2.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Like everything. And I was really blown away. You and I were talking about this in our Discord, but dude, if they could deliver on this, and if the performance is high and it looks as good as it does, and you can really have this much breadth in terms of choice and what you're doing, this is probably one of the earliest looks at a potential game of the year contender.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy ambitious, but I mean Playground is so talented, you know, like they're so talented. It kind of actually it made me think about Respawn and the Jedi games, right? Where you're thinking
Yeah.
to yourself like Respawn's making like a third person action adventure game that's in like Star Wars. You're like, what? They make first person shooters. Like there's no way. And then it ends up being like one of the best action adventure games like of the, you know, like it's just one of the best. Like I've been
Yeah.
replaying Jedi Survivor and it's incredible. Um yeah, dude, like 1,000 NPCs with like full on life simulation and like unique attributes. Combat looked dope. Magic looked really good. Like fully open world. Like the graphics look amazing. You know, British humor, full blown
Yeah.
like storyline. Like, dude, so much juice there, man. Like, I hope so much that this can be like this will be all I'll play for like the entire fall. Like, if they can actually fulfill their vision, which you know it's a big ask. Maybe they can't.
Yeah.
Most games can't do it, but maybe they can.
I mean, this game has been in production. I was reading today. I can't remember what article it was. Maybe it was Game Informer. I think this game we know of has been in production for 6 years, which is a crazy long time, right? It gives me hope, though. I mean, I walked away from that showing with a lot of optimism. Like you said, Playground obviously knows their stuff. This might be kind of a leap in genre from them, but man, did they do their homework about the original Fable games? And I think that really shows. Yeah, it looks great. The sales pitch is there, but it's got to deliver, and I really hope it does.
Yeah, 100%. Well, Jake, speaking of Fable, we can get right into the topic of today's episode because it's one of my favorite episodes of the year. We're still in January. We're still early, but we've got 2026 ahead of us. And boy, oh boy, are there a lot of really freaking cool looking video games coming out. And every year, if you've been following us for a while, you know that this is what we do. We do this episode and we talk about it and we talk about what our most anticipated games that we're looking forward to. I'm excited to hear Jake because Jake's going to have like the indie gems that I'm not aware of that are going to be coming out very soon. Mine is going to be filled with AAA.
I might disappoint. I actually think I've only got two lower profile indies on this list.
Wow.
It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird, I'll be honest, but
Jake, is this the year of the AAA for you? Is that what we're doing?
well, hold on, let's not go that far.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Indie Pixel Professor, indie games only. Yeah.
Yeah. I do have a separate list of most anticipated indies for our Patreon supporters. This will be coming out on Indie Pass very shortly, where I do talk much more indies.
Okay,
But I was thinking about, I think what will be different for me maybe in 2026 is that there are a lot of AAA and high-profile games that I'm really interested in, so that we know of so far from this year.
Yeah.
Probably more so than other years.
Well, let's get right into it. We can just bounce back and forth. I'll jump in. We got one coming right up at the end of February, and that is Resident Evil Requiem, the direct sequel to Resident Evil. Wait, what was the last game? Resident Evil Village. Yeah.
Village. Wait, it's a direct. I did not.
Sorry,
know this.
no. It's a direct sequel to Resident Evil 6. I don't know. I should look this up. Anyway, it's got Leon Kennedy in it, so.
So that's half of the reason why.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, dude, Resident Evil. If you would have asked me like 5 years ago, if like, hey, are you a big Resident Evil fan? I would have been like, what are you talking? Like, no. And then I played Resident Evil 2 remake, and let me tell you, man, I'm a Resident Evil fan, like flat out. Like this might be like one of my most anticipated games of the year, and it comes out in a month, which is nuts.
I mean, I'm with you, especially just like if you had asked me even 2 years ago if I was a Resident Evil fan, I was like, no, that's a franchise I'm totally fine skipping. Played the Resident Evil 2 remake, played Resident Evil 4 remake. Resident Evil 4 remake was the one that I was like, okay, I have to pay
Yeah.
attention to these games.
Yeah, yeah,
You know? And then
exactly.
Village and now Requiem.
Dude, what an amazing remake, by the way. Like, holy crap. That's how you do a freaking remake. My goodness.
I mean, I never played the original RE4, but playing RE4 remake, I was like, I get it. Like, I totally
Yeah.
felt like I was like, I get why Resident Evil is super popular, and it's completely merited on this game alone.
100%. Yeah, I mean, this looks incredible. They've got the Resident Evil 4 style like combat in there with Leon, but then you've got like the other girl. I don't know her name because I'm into Resident Evil and I like it, but I don't know all the lore like all you Resident Evil sickos out there. Some other girl, she's been in other games in the franchise. Anyway, she's here. She's more of like the survival horror, and then Leon's more of just the straight up like, I'm gonna like beat you into the ground and shoot you in the head with a pistol and do like a spin kick into the wall, which is dope.
Yep, that's why I'm here, man.
Yeah, this looks incredible. I'm excited to get this running on my new graphics card, which by the way, Jake, this graphics card I bought, 5070 Ti, Nvidia announced no longer in production. They just straight up
Holy-
canceled this one.
Dude, you got it in the nick
I
of time.
caught the
man.
last chopper out of Nom. Da-da-da.
Yeah.
And raise the bond, raise the flag. We need to make more Nom jokes. We need that Elgato Stream Deck this year, Jake. Where's that at with the sound
Oh,
effects on it?
that's the stream goal, man.
Yeah.
That and I'm gonna invest in a better camera for stream, but
Jake, give me first one on your list. I don't have these in any particular order. I don't even have them by like release date, although that one does happen to come out pretty soon.
I did try to order mine in terms of hype, so I am starting with 10 and working my way up.
Okay.
The ones that are at the bottom, I'll kind of explain. 9 and 10 are because I'm mostly confident that they will release this year, but there's some chance that they don't. Right?
Okay.
So number 10 is an indie game. It is Abyss X Zero.
Abyss X Zero. I haven't heard of this.
So this is from the developers who made Unsighted, which is so it's a Brazilian team. They made Unsighted, which was a super cool kind of top-down.
Oh, yeah.
I was a huge fan of that. It has this really interesting kind of expiration date mechanic. Anyway, Abyss X Zero, they are doing this kind of low poly style, and it's 3D rather than top-down pixel. I followed the devs on Blue Sky, and man, when they post clips of this game, it just looks phenomenal. It reminds me of the indie game Pseudo Regalia, but a lot more combat and story, or I should say, like explicitly told story.
Jake, is this an anime waifu game? Be honest.
You know, I don't know. I kind of watch it for the combat, and I'm being guys.
Just to be clear, I don't want to yuck anyone's yum out there. If you're into those. What's the Wuthering Waves? Is that
Wuthering Waves? It's the Stellar
game
Blade
of the year every year? 2020.
Oh, you're talking about? No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Not to be confused with Wuthering Heights, which is coming to a theater near you next month. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody!
That trailer is
It's heated.
steamy.
It's steamy.
Within 10 seconds, you know, your glasses and windows are fogged. Anyway, anyway, Abyss X Zero. This will be waifu games for many people. I swear I'm into it because of the combat and traversal and movement.
Okay.
Yeah, Cameron believes this.
But even if you weren't, it's totally fine. Anyway,
yeah, even if I weren't, it's totally fine.
Abyss X Zero. No, this looks dope, and yeah, Unsighted is a dope game. So this is cool.
Yeah.
This is super cool. Yeah, I'll give my next one. 007 First Light.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, a 007 game in 2026. What more can you say? Like, I think there is a lack of confidence, which I don't necessarily disagree with, that that IO can pull this off. Can they pull off like a third-person cinematic action game that strays from maybe a little bit from like what they're known for, which is the spy simulator, assassin simulator, which they're masters at, right? Like they just have mastered that, whatever that craft is. I think, they're probably the only one in that game. But those games are so good and so incredible, like the sandbox and all that. It's like, can they make something that's high budget, cinematic, on rails action set pieces combined with their knack for emergent sandbox gameplay? Like, can they combine both those things? That's the question that I think is on. If they can, regardless, it's a 007 game, so I'm on board anyways. But if they could combine those two things, this could be really cool.
Yep. Yeah, I'm hoping it really turns out super well. But I think from the extended viewing that we had of it a few months ago, you pointed this out, and I agree with it. My biggest concern is actually performance. I think gameplay will be fine. I'm a believer. I'm optimistic there. But the amount of explosions in the background during that,
dude.
That airplane taking off, like, oof.
Yeah.
Let's hope it works.
Dude, it was laggy in the trailer. So you're like, dude, you can't even get the performance of like 60 like in the trailer where you're having a monster rig like rendering, that's a little concerning.
I mean, hopefully since then it's really just optimization, right? And that's our optimism in that.
Jake, what do you got next?
So my next game, my number 9 is Into the Fire. Do you remember seeing the trailer for this one? You're a firefighter in like some frozen hellscape. And there are supernatural fires popping up.
See, I knew you'd have the cool picks. Gosh. You have the ones that I forget. Like I see it in a random trailer and then I don't write it down.
This one is low on the list because this one easily I think could miss 2026.
Oh, okay.
It looks like, I haven't watched any of the videos just because of time, but it looks like that the devs fairly regularly post stuff on YouTube about development. The concept of this game just looks awesome. It looks unique.
It looks really cool.
You go into the fires, it has survival elements, and you save people, and you try to figure out this mystery with this supernatural fire that's spreading. It looks great. I really hope it comes out this year because I think there's a chance that it does. I think the gameplay just looks really phenomenal and unique, Yeah,
no, it looks super good. But it looks great. Even just the Steam screenshots here look incredible.
Yeah.
Next on my list is like, I wasn't sure if I was going to put this or not.
Okay.
Because to be honest, I didn't finish the first one because I thought it was too hard. But I feel like because they're going harder on like maybe the story, and I'm vibing a bit more with the world and sort of what it looks like they're doing from a narrative perspective. Saros.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Saros, which I happen to be, I wouldn't say working on directly, but working on indirectly.
That's cool, man.
Sony. So, yeah. I can't say too much, but I can say we're helping the team get this ready for delivery. So, in one way or another. Yeah, so Saros, yeah, I mean, look. Sorry, what's the game called? What's the first one called?
Returnal? Is that what you're thinking of?
Crazy good third-person action, like roguelike, like, I mean, just really crazy polished, amazing experience. I just dropped off it because it was freaking hard.
Yeah.
And I kept getting crazy unlucky on every single one of my runs to a point where it's like rage time. but yeah, they're doing super cool stuff, and Raul Coley is dope and is a cool actor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that casting definitely got me excited. Yeah, that one I'm also pretty excited for. I was lukewarm on Returnal at first, but when I beat it, I was really happy that I saw it through. That's a tough game, dude. That is a really
that's a
tough
hard
game.
game. Yeah.
My number 8 is 007 First Light. So
Nice.
we won't talk too much about it just because we already have. I am really excited for it. I mean, there was, I always forget which one this was, but there was some Bond game. I think I played on PS2 a lot. Uh, I don't know. I don't need to try to
World
remember
is
it.
not enough.
Maybe it is The World is Not Enough. Did it have really fun local multiplayer?
Well, Goldeneye, but this was
No. This was a PS2 one, I'm pretty sure.
this is after that. Okay.
Maybe it was The World Is Not Enough. I don't
Gotcha.
know. So yeah, this game looks really good. Like I said, obviously, before, I think the gameplay looks good. I'm excited for it. I think my performance concerns is why it's a little lower here because this is a
Gotcha.
game that I want to play without a hitch, really.
Hmm.
You want it to be suave, just like the main character, right?
Yeah. Next up for me is Crimson Desert.
Oh, nice.
So there's two options. But this game is either going to be a generational achievement in video games. So Digital Foundry recently put out a video and said that this was the most impressive thing they saw at GDC. Or
Okay.
sorry, not at GDC, at CES. Um, which is I just thought was crazy interesting. And they said like this open world is they did it. They did it with the graphics. Like they've apparently knocked it out of the park from a visual standpoint. Like they figured it out. This crazy open world. I think it's a custom engine. This is from the team that made Black Desert, which is a well-known MMO.
Yeah.
The thing about Black Desert is the story is slop. So but apparently the combat is really good, like super dope. So
Yeah.
I could see this as like being a really dope open world circus type game
Okay.
that just has cool movement and like looks incredible and you just run around and it's like fun like that. If they can do something with the story and they have the other components and the game actually runs, again, the potential here is off the charts. I am on the I'm still a little bit like on the fence, but it looks like the video game when you were like a 9-year-old that you imagine would be like the perfect video game, right?
Yeah.
So
You do everything. I think you and I had talked about this at one point. I think one of our concerns, and let me know if I'm misrepresenting what you said about this too, is that a bunch of the quests feel like MMO fetch quests or like harvest quests.
yeah, I could absolutely see there being like thousands of quests in the game, but half of them are like grab 5 berries from a tree and then run back to the town, that type of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
That would be a pretty quick buzzkill, I think, in that
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get Witcher 3, right? Or Witcher 4. It's not every quest is going to be this like deep journey of self-discovery.
Yeah.
But maybe that's not a bad thing. Maybe it'll just be like a dope open world and you just hop in and just kind of have fun. And maybe like it delivers on that specific aspect. So,
Yeah.
Jake, what do you got?
All right, my number 7 game is Phantom Blade Zero.
Oh. Yeah.
This game's most recent showing really sold it for me. I think I don't know. I think I'm kind of having a moment with some action RPGs. I'm currently slowly making my way through the first Berserker Kazan, which I think is a really fantastic game. I think maybe it's the only criticism I have about it is like it's a pretty jargon-loaded story, although it's a pretty straightforward revenge story also simultaneously. But combat, level design, boss design, that stuff is all hitting it for me. Phantom Blade Zero, I think we first saw this maybe 3 or 4 years ago. it just looked really stunning. And in this most recent showing, it looks even better. And it very much looks along these lines of like these action RPGs that just look like a ton of fun. You get cool abilities, you do very cool combat things, and you fight weird looking bosses. And it's set in some sort of dark fantasy world. I mean, it seems to just kind of check all those boxes for me that make it exciting.
Yeah, man. That's I'm excited for that one. For sure. When's that coming out?
Ooh, it is slated. I want to say autumn this year. But I think it's a very high likelihood that it comes out in 2026.
I mean, from all accounts, everyone's saying that the action in the game, because at first when they showed that game, it was like, there's no way this is real. Like, there's no way you're actually like in control of what's happening on the screen because it's too crazy. But by all accounts, you are. So,
Yeah, exactly.
that alone is like, whoa. Are you serious? That's nuts if that's true. But apparently it is. So,
Okay, I did find the release date right now is September 8th, 2026.
dude, can you imagine if we get Phantom Blade Zero and Fable like in the same month? My gosh.
Dude, there goes your free time.
Yeah, there's your free time. I'll have to quit my job. My goodness. Um, if these video game companies were smart, they would give each employee like a month off just to play video games. Like we really need to understand what
Yeah.
like it's called market research. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I've heard
My
a thing or two, maybe.
my next one is Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight.
Ooh.
So I'm not gonna lie to you. The new Lego Star Wars thing is a disappointment. I don't know if we've ever talked about this.
Skywalker Saga?
The Skywalker Saga. Have we ever talked about this?
We have not.
We didn't do an episode on it either. Do you own it? No.
No, actually, I like Lego games. I think I've kind of hit a point where I'm not going to play one unless I'm playing it with my kids. So
Yeah.
if my kids don't show interest, I'm not going to show
Same.
interest.
Totally the same. So the old Lego games are better than the new one. They tried too hard with the new one. They tried to make it more like 3D and like make the worlds bigger, and that kind of strayed away from the charm of all these Lego games that they made before, which were these sort of contained level spaces with quirky puzzles that kids can solve that are fun, that like harken back to the IP that they're in. Skywalker Saga did a great job, I think, with the IP, but a bad job with trying to do too much with the gameplay that kind of left their wheelhouse. But this one looks like they're basically just doing the Dark Knight in Lego form. Or, excuse me, the Dark Knight. That is a good movie, though. Doing Batman Arkham City, like in Lego form. And then they're also using the IP where they're going to have all the films jammed into this game in some manner. So, like, that just seems cool. I was like, this seems like it could be really cool. Now, the one downside is I don't think this has co-op, which also takes away from like the Lego aspect of it.
What?
I don't think it does. I haven't seen. I could be totally wrong on that.
I hope you're wrong, because that would seem like a huge misstep.
I mean, it looks like they're making it like a single player focused, like kind of action adventure experience. Oh wait,
Wait.
it says no online co-op, but does it have a couch co-op?
It better.
It's got to have couch co-op. I mean, you can't make a Lego game. Okay, Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. Join forces with trusted allies in single player or couch co-op. Whew. Okay, so we're good. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
All right. Anyway, geez, that was like a
I was gonna say that's a hard no for me.
like a crisis.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, this looks cool. I would love to play through like the Batman Begins arc like in video game form. It'd be pretty fun.
Yeah. All right, my number 6. The Adventures of Elliot: The Millennium Tales.
Dude, I feel like I've
This is
seen this.
this is a Square Enix 2D HD game featuring protagonist with a very common hero name of Elliot. Um, this one, listen, I've been making my way through a few 2D HD games, and I like them. I've been right now. I'm slowly making my way through Star Ocean Second Story R. I just love that look. I love that way for turn-based games. I think there's just like a lot of base and like potential for like just really cool animations and how the battles actually look. I just love those visuals, right? And so this is kind of building on that. It looks super clean and crisp. I think it's going to be the type of JRPG that I want from 2026. So
Action
I'm excited
RPG.
for it. Yeah, so this one's interesting because it's going to have kind of isometric combat. If I remember correctly, this one might not be turn-based. Also, I mean, I keep talking, well, I'm making reference to Star Ocean Second Story R, which also does not have turn-based combat.
Hmm.
And so I think just as I've been playing Star Ocean, I'm like, ooh, Adventures of Elliot, like if it's like this, I could see myself getting into it.
That's a great title.
Great
Adventures of
SEO.
Elliot, the Millennium Tales. Um, what a name! What a name! Yeah, I have not heard about this at all. But that HD 2D style, man, that's taken over.
It looks good, man. And honestly, I know this is not an original idea, but Pokemon, maybe you dump the 3D and you do this. I think a Pokemon game would absolutely look incredible in this style. Anyway,
Dude,
I'll
why don't
stop
they
there.
just okay? Let me just throw this out there because you said that. How have they not just done Pokemon Blue enhanced HD 2D and
I
then
have
print money?
I have no
Print it.
idea, man. I
Print
would
the money.
I would freaking love to get something from the Pokemon Company about these older games that are beloved. That would be easy to
Dude.
sell to, you know,
Can you-
older gamers
Can you
getting new.
imagine how well that would sell?
Here's the thing is like my kids who are huge Pokemon fans, they've played basically any of those, I think it's gens 1, 2, and 3 are like extremely hard to play nowadays unless you have older handheld hardware or if you're emulating them. And they're honestly not, they don't really like playing at the computer. They want to play on the Switch, right? The
Yeah,
Switch feels
yeah,
in their hand
hundred
and they can
percent.
be close to it and they can, you know, kids are, they'll sit like a slinky, dude. They don't sit normally when they're in a chair or on a couch.
No, they don't have to worry
You,
about back issues. Yeah,
yeah, exactly, right? So they can do that on a Switch and I don't know, dude. I'm with you. I'm like, man, crank out some of those games. Put them on the
dude,
Nintendo Switch Online or whatever it is.
that would be amazing, dude. I would play. Actually, I what I need to do actually is go play more Pokemon Let's Go because that's basically what it is. It's Pokemon
Yeah.
Red remake, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. My next pick we already talked about, but Fable, and
Yeah.
I think even more so after today. Like they their showing was incredible. Like, man, I hope they can deliver on the full vision that they have in mind. It's funny how we're all scared of that now. I think Cyberpunk gave all gamers PTSD, like in many ways, because it was so far off from the vision that they had like marketed and presented. Like
Yeah.
both the gamer is always so skeptical of what they see now from like a marketing standpoint. And then the gaming company I think markets differently because of that, where like they keep everything way more close to the chest. So you just don't know anymore. And like you kind of are afraid to have hope. It's like you don't want to like
I would say between the Cyberpunk launch, which has got to be the most disastrous, right? And the fear of cancellation. We didn't talk about this, but like apparently the Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake was like done and then just got canceled.
Yeah, I saw that, dude. Ubisoft, my goodness. Yeah.
Which is wild. So it's like, why get hyped for something that has the potential of just getting shot right before launch?
100%. Um, yeah, and I'll just tack on because we already also talked about it, but Forza Horizon 6, like Forza Horizon 5 was the only car game that I'll ever play. So much fun, so fantastic, like so many games and like a cool campaign and cool progression, amazing graphics, like fun gameplay. Absolutely could be a game of the year like winner, a racing game, like 100%.
Yeah.
And this one has base building, which is insane.
Yeah. I should say that I made my list before the direct today. Some things maybe would have changed. But yeah, Forza Horizon 5 was awesome, and I thought it was one of the best games of that year.
Yep.
And yeah, we've already said it, but this one could absolutely be that as well.
And hopefully it runs. I feel like Forza Horizon 5 like kind of chugs on the Series X a little bit.
I don't remember having performance issues, honestly.
But maybe that was later. Maybe it's better now. Oh,
Who
you
knows?
know what? I think they added performance mode and it's fine. Anyway,
Yeah.
what do you got?
Okay, my number 5 is the Dusk Bloods.
Oh boy.
I personally have. The reason why this is on my list is probably more intrigue than just like straight up hype.
Yeah.
When they first announced this, I was skeptical because, and we've talked about this before, but it's like From Software's multiplayer, which is archaic and weird, plus Nintendo Online, which is not amazing, kind of feels like a recipe for disaster. Um, Elden Ring Night Rain has given me a lot more confidence that they can pull off a multiplayer game. I think I'm excited because it's From Software. They have a great reputation. I really like Elden Ring Night Rain. And I would say some of my skepticism is that people might play this game really hard for 3 months, and then you're left with the die-hard sweats because this is a PvPvE game, and you're just going to get annihilated every single time you play, you know?
Oh yeah. 100%.
So it's kind of funny. I put this at 5 because I want to be super excited for a new From Software game. But what's holding me back is like, I think this game's going to be a ton of fun for just a few months, and then I'm going to not want to play it because it's just going to become this total nightmare.
Dude, it just has so much going against it, but then at the same time you're like, dude, it's Miyazaki and it's FromSoft. Like they'll figure it out. Right?
Yeah, that's exactly where I'm at. It's like I think at base level, whatever, this game will be well designed and the combat will feel amazing with extremely cool bosses. Like I think those things are a given with this game. But it's the rest of the packaging that gives me pause.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be so fascinating to see like what this game. I'm also curious to see if this is a true Switch 2 exclusive or it's a timed exclusive. They framed it as a Switch 2 exclusive, but dude, I feel like there's no shot. There's no way. There's no way.
Not in a post Elden Ring world. I know that like Nintendo, I think I remember reading an article a while ago now. I think Nintendo approached From Software about making an exclusive game for them. They agreed, and then they decided that they would wait for Switch 2, which is why this was announced during the Switch 2 kind of games lineup showcase. So I don't know. They've had a lot of time to work on this. They've had a lot of time to be familiar with that hardware. So I hope things that they just run really well, but it's a little strange. But what isn't these days?
It's fascinating to see what that game ends up being. Like, I mean, I definitely agree with you. Like, that is the most intriguing mystery. Besides Half-Life 3, which is not on my list, by the way.
It's not okay. Okay, good.
Next one on my list is, I don't know if this is gonna make this year, but I feel like it might. I feel like it has a strong chance. Gears of War E-Day.
Okay, walk me through this one. I'm skeptical after the direct today.
So Gears of War. So Xbox in the past has not necessarily shown all their cards at the Xbox Developer Direct.
True.
And so I feel like if this is coming this year, see, it's weird because I want Clockwork Revolution, and I feel like that's further along. But I could totally see Gears of War E-Day being the headline game at Summer Game Xbox show. And being like the centerpiece. And like this is like the December, November like big game that they're going to put toe to toe with Grand Theft Auto just because they can, right? Or they don't care at this point.
Yeah.
But it could also entirely miss this year, but I mean, this is the year of Xbox, right? 25th anniversary. I feel like there's a lot of pressure to make this year like huge, and maybe Halo Campaign Evolved just takes that spot and they just don't do it. But I feel like the Xbox has a lot to prove this year. I think they need to get a lot of games out. I think they need to absolutely make a big splash. So anyway, if this comes out, the reason I put it on my list is because I thought Gears 5 is incredible video game, so much fun, cooperative, really cool campaign, beautiful graphics, runs like a dream, 120 FPS, like crazy talented development team at that. I mean, just so good. In fact, I think they do internal consulting to all the other Xbox studios on like how to work with like Unreal successfully. So
very
like,
cool.
They're just, couldn't be more excited for that.
Yeah. I don't know. It's not on my list here. One, I'm like a pretty lukewarm Gears fan.
Yeah, totally.
Gears back in its heyday, like Gears 2, I feel like I don't know, I just never got into it, right? But dude, I don't know. I'm kind of surprised going back to the developer direct today at some of the release dates that we saw.
No firm release date for Fable, right? Just autumn.
So that's autumn, and then somebody in our Discord pointed out that they were wondering if that has entirely to do with GTA 6. Autumn 2026, and I was like, yeah, I think you're right. This was Slater from our Discord. I think you're right because they want that game to come out before Grand Theft Auto 6 does. And so I think that's why they said autumn 2026 and not like holiday 2026 or Q3 2026 even. I
mean, dude, I think if you, from a business standpoint, right, like, yes, you have Grand Theft Auto, that's going to definitely pick up your business, but you're in a tough position right now. So the best thing you can do is make Game Pass sell like hotcakes. Because imagine if you've got Gears, Fable, Forza, Clockwork, whatever, all these games hit. Dude, Game Pass, suddenly all that conversation we had at the end of last year on them doubling the price.
Yeah.
Suddenly it's like, oh, all right, Game Pass is a no-brainer. Look, I get like 5 games that are freaking incredible, right? Anyway.
5 $70 games, and let's just assume they all retail at that, is about the price of
$80.
Or $80?
That's how much games cost now, right?
We've already jumped from 70 to 80. Nintendo or with Mario Kart World, right?
Did we forget about that? Yeah, games are $80 now.
This is why that $40 price point is my favorite now.
Yeah.
You market a game at $40, dude. The chances of me buying that are just so high. Anyway, okay, the last thought I have here is it makes me worry that we did not see Clockwork Revolution at the Developer Direct. Only insofar that, like, as far as it coming out this year, dude, that 5.5 minute video, I just don't understand the marketing of this game.
I cannot agree.
Guess where it is in production. It was like this tease, and then we got this like pretty big dump. 5.5. I watched it today. That's how I know the time is like 5.5 minutes, and then it doesn't show up here.
Super
like,
weird.
What is going on?
Did they even say 2026 in that trailer or no? There's nothing, right? Not even a window.
Yeah, it's just like coming soon or whatever. That game looks amazing, but
dude, if that's coming out this year, immediate number one most anticipated, because Wasteland 3 is so good. This team is like so crazy talented. The question always comes back to like the technology, right? Because they're making a first person action RPG, which is like a whole new ball game, and it sounds like they've got a bajillion interactive story elements, kind of like Larian. So you could see it getting like crazy delayed just because like crap, we can't handle all the permutations of our RPG decision tree.
Yeah. But we'll see. I don't know. That's why that one won't show up on my list, is because I'm like,
Yeah.
I just don't have the confidence it'll release.
Clockwork is on my list on the bottom with 2 question marks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. My number 4 game is Replaced.
Oh, dude, I forgot that. Yeah. Replaced, dude.
Hotly anticipated for many years. This game has been delayed because of the Russian invasion of Ukraine.
Which, speaking of Batman, apparently Replaced has very Batman Arkham-like combat. Apparently.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. This is a side note.
Yeah. I mean, the game is finally coming out. This would be higher on my list, but this game's production has just been really difficult. And it's hard to gauge, I think, what the final product is going to look and feel like. But by all means, from everything I've seen in terms of previews and trailers, this looks like a must play.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, it looks so good. It looks so good. I'm excited. I think I drafted this one in the Fantasy Critic.
I think you did. I think it'll score. I mean, I don't know. Like, I have my reservations as
Yeah,
I've said,
no,
but
for sure. I think I debated between this and was it Trails in the Sky? Because I was like, I want guaranteed points. I was like, I know this is going to come out this year. I'm like very confident of the release date on this, but it absolutely could come out and be like, oh, it looks really cool, but like doesn't play that. I mean, you could totally see that happen. But anyway, next on my list is Blood of the Dawnwalker. This is that game that's had a crazy marketing cycle. We've seen like a billion videos of this. This is from former Witcher 3 devs. Dude, this just has cool freaking vibes. And it has a really cool idea at its core, which is as you play the game, time is like finite in the game, and as you do Golden Path quest, the like time progresses forward. And that like changes the world and changes like certain things that are happening. And then during the day you're a person, you're like a regular dude, and then at nighttime you're a vampire. And then that like changes how you play it. So I've watched like a ton of looks at this. It looks super ambitious, amazing graphics, very cool like Eastern European vibes, vampire stuff, like heavy narrative and like decision, but like cool action set pieces and like stuff like that. So yeah, man, yet another one where so ambitious, so much going on. You hope that they can pull it off and it'll do all the stuff you want it to do. If it does, I mean, it'll be freaking cool. And it is coming. I don't think we have a firm date yet, but it looks to be confidently coming this year.
Yeah. This one, I think I have confidence it will come out this year. Yeah, this game is marketed. It has the Golden Path quests, but it doesn't have like a main quest line, right? Like you can get multiple endings.
Yes.
This is what I remember. I love this idea of
it's just a really cool core idea. Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of get the ending, and there is no. I feel like they're trying to stray away from there being like a canonical main ending. You basically just complete the game. And you're forced to complete the game, you can't go around and do everything in the game before it ends, and then you just kind of have to deal with those consequences. I think it's a really cool idea.
I love that design choice where you force the player to make decisions that they can't just like do everything, right? Like because you're going to advance time and you're going to lose access. So then it adds replayability, but also forces the player to actually make decisions that have consequences, which is cool.
Yeah, I think my only concern there is what you said. That's ambitious. Let's see if it works.
We're scared of ambition in our games, Jake. I mean, the games need to be simpler. But you know what? It's the most ambitious games that have the biggest impact. So
yeah,
you don't want teams to stop making ambitious games, or else you become Ubisoft.
Ooh. Called out.
Clip it.
Nice. Clip it. Yeah.
That'd be a good clip.
Um, my next game is Resonance, a Plague Tale story. This is an interesting
Dude, is this coming
spin-off.
this year? There's no way.
I think it is. It's a spin-off where you're playing as Sophia, the pirate lady who joins your crew in a Plague Tale Requiem.
Is that what it is? Really?
I'm gonna triple check
Wait, wait, wait,
this.
wait, wait, wait. Didn't we see like a teaser for this and it was like a future thing? Or is this something totally different?
A Plague Tale Legacy, sorry, not a Plague Tale story. So at the very end of a Plague Tale Requiem, it hints at a follow-up to that game that's going to take place with the Macula in contemporary times.
Resonance, a Plague Tale Legacy. But didn't we get a teaser for something completely different? Or is that what this teaser was for?
No, this is not what the teaser was at the end of Requiem.
Dude, I didn't even realize this was coming. This is something to. What the. Wait a second. Was there a trailer for this?
Yes. What? I don't even remember when I saw this trailer. I'll be honest.
Because there's. So, okay. So this team is working on two different games. They have like a future Plague Tale game that like had a teaser at the Xbox game show. And then this game,
Yes.
which
So
is a prequel.
I don't remember the other game being teased except at the end of Requiem. But it would be easy to get them confused, right? The thing about this game is Sophia was a fantastic character from a Plague Tale Requiem. We're playing as her. This kind of spin-off came out of nowhere, honestly. I had no idea that something like this was even in the works, and I wasn't anticipating it at all. But if you're a longtime listener to the show, you know that Cameron and I are big fans of the Plague Tale
Dude,
games.
Plague Tale, bro.
And so you just throw Plague Tale in the title, and I'm instantly interested.
Jake, I didn't even know this was coming this year. Like, straight up. I had no
Yeah,
clue. That's
I'm
crazy.
pretty confident this one will release this year as well. It looks even better. It feels a little more open, which is what I think people were expecting from Requiem. Cameron and I weren't too bothered by the fact that it felt more level driven like the first game.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This looks good. It looks like there'll still be stealth, but also just a tad bit more action because Sophia's like this swashbuckling, tough lady. I'm super excited for it. Really excited to get my hands on this one just because I love the series.
Oh, man. Yeah, dude, this looks... I'm so excited. Plague Tale's so good. That's one of those, like, hidden gems that a lot of people haven't played, but is maybe one of the best. Like, probably, like, definitely in my top 10, if not my top 5, maybe.
Yeah, incredible games.
Next up for me is Witchbrook.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't know if this is going to be good at all, but, dude, incredible pixel art. I mean, like, just off the charts. And it looks like multiplayer Harry Potter meets Stardew Valley. So,
Yeah.
what a pitch, right? Like, you can't. So,
Yeah, the pitch is really good.
the pitch is really strong. Can it actually be fun and cool and like interesting to play? I have no idea, but I'm interested and I'm intrigued and I like looking at it.
I personally have a lot of faith in Chucklefish, who primarily publishes games. And they tend to be really selective in what they publish. They publish games that focus on like really, I would say, high-end bespoke pixel art. They've been developing this game for a super long time. In fact, I have maybe too much faith in them because I thought this game was going to launch in winter 2025, which is what they initially said.
Right.
They're also Robotality or Robotality. I don't know how to pronounce that studio name. They made a little game that was like, Pathway, I believe it was called. I'm blanking on it now. Yeah, I think it's Pathway, but it's this pixel tactics game that very much feels like Indiana Jones, where you're like this archaeologist, adventurer fighting off a bunch of Nazis. It's a really fantastic game. I ended up picking it up on Switch for like $2. I highly recommend it. So I just feel like these two studios working together to come out with Witchbrook, I think they've got a great pedigree. And I think this game is going to be really fantastic. I'm still a little hurt it didn't come out when I was so confident it would.
Here's the thing about cozy games. Stardew Valley is too good, and it ruined everything. So no one will play anything else. Here's the key mark: if this game is going to be successful or not. My wife has to decide to play this over a replay of Stardew Valley. That's how you know that this game will make $1 billion.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned, everybody. Right?
I will. I'm gonna show this to her when it like before it comes out. We're gonna watch whatever big marketing gameplay reveal trailer. I'm like, hey, look at this. It's kind of like Stardew, but it's for witches and it's Harry Potter-ish and has cute pixel art, and you can decorate your witch house with magical books or something. Like, I don't know. And she's gonna be like, I'll just play Stardew again. And then I'm gonna get a divorce because I'm sick of it. No, I'm not. No, the only game that my wife has actually played besides Stardew, she tried to play. Oh my gosh, the plant investigation game, horticulture.
Oh, Strange Horticulture.
Strange
maybe?
Horticulture.
Yeah.
Which he dropped off very quickly. And then we played Case of the Golden Idol together, which was a lot of fun.
That's a good one.
Jake, what's your next one?
Okay, my number 2, folks. This game is gonna knock your socks off. I'm so confident in this game. Maybe over.
All right, give it to me.
This is Mariachi Legends.
Dude, see, I knew you'd have... Man. See, Jake has the real list. My list is just a bunch of regurgitated AAA slop.
Can I just say that Mariachi Legends... So I kickstarted this game. I've been...
this looks...
post. I have been super excited for it. So it's a 2D pixel art Metrovania. It very much reminds me of Blasphemous, which is a Spanish studio. This is a Mexican studio. This game, I think, is just above and beyond in everything that it's doing in terms of how
this looks sick.
The combat looks really tough. I'll be honest. This very much reminds me of Blasphemous in a lot of ways.
Dude, this looks dripping with style too. Yeah.
Yeah, the style of this game is off the charts. I think that this game, I know that some people have had some hesitation about this game because it's, again, really ambitious. But as I've been following the Kickstarter updates, man, I just have a lot of confidence in this team that they are going to pull this off and that it is going to be just a incredible game. I kind of feel like what's happened here is they've had a little bit of Hollow Knight syndrome where they just keep adding to it.
Right.
So my only concern would be like this game is overscoped, but man, it looks incredible, and I'm really excited for it. It's been delayed quite a lot, and I think some of that has come down to funding issues. But I think they're in a good spot now, and it's going to come out in 2026.
What a great pick, man! Yeah, this looks freaking dope. I hadn't heard of this either.
But
dude, 2026 is insane, bro. My goodness, holy crap, dude! I thought. And we don't even know what's coming. Like, we don't even know what the fall looks like, really, except for maybe Fable.
But it's only January, right?
It's insane. All right. Next up on my list is Star Wars Zero Company.
Is this the Pod Racer one?
No.
What is this game?
This is there was just a random trailer last year at like a PC game show or something. This is Star Wars meets XCOM.
Oh,
really cool graphics, like tactics game. Looks like it takes place like during like height of the Empire situation, like heroes and like tactics style XCOM style combat. Like right up my alley, like way right up my alley.
Yeah, this could be your game of the year, right?
I mean, let's hope so. Yeah, I don't even know if it actually makes this year. I did just see a tweet recently from BitReactor, who's making this. Somebody was like, "Is this canceled?" And they're like, "We're still cooking." So I don't know what that means. This could easily not come this year, but I'm just checking out the Yeah, it also seems super ambitious. Um,
It looks phenomenal though.
but I mean, it looks visually incredible. So like, dude, I just ever since BG3, I've realized I need sexy animation in my video games.
Fair.
I need it.
This is an honorable need.
I need the animations to look beautiful, or else the game just doesn't appeal to my eye. And even no matter how good it is, I won't like it.
Stiff animations can be a killer. That was actually one of my personal criticisms of Pokemon Legends EA. Everybody just like idle, like 90-degree pivot, and then like walking animation, and it doesn't. I think it can really downgrade
I mean,
how a game looks.
one of my theories around Elden Ring's prowess is that they did such an upgrade to like the animation style that that's what took it across the line.
I mean, the boss animations for some of those attacks are just stunning. That's actually one thing that I really loved about Elden Ring Night Rain is if you fight the final boss of the base game, since now there's DLC. It's, to quote the meme, pure cinema, just like what you're looking at.
Pure cinema, dude. Dude, yeah, I think you need it. You need that eye candy. Anyway, this has that in spades, so hopefully they can deliver. And I'd love for it to come out this year, but Star Wars games, just like the movies, seem to be ghosts in the wind. So many clippable moments in this episode.
Ghosts in the Wind. That's the name of my band's new album. It's called
Ghosts in the Wind. That's like
You got a
Parks and
rattling.
That's like in
deep-
Parks and Rec where he comes up with different band names, like
Yeah, exactly.
Mouse Rat,
yeah.
Rat Mouse,
Ghost
What's-
in the Wind.
Ghost in the Wind, Three-Headed Snake, Five-Headed
Yep.
Snake.
Perfect. Okay, we're at my number one most anticipated game of the year.
Oh wait, I just thought of a band name: Fruit Punch Candy Dust.
Fruit Punch Candy Dust. Is this like somehow techno rave music was screaming?
I don't know, but I just thought of the band name, so dibs.
So if you want to join the band, join our Discord. And
Fruit
you
Punch
will be
Candy
able to
Dust.
audition.
Yeah, that's a great name for. Sorry. Anyway, off topic. Go ahead, Jake.
All right, my number one most anticipated game of the year. I actually swapped around quite a lot. It was like between this and Mariachi Legends, so they're kind of on the same space, to be honest. Control Resonant, man.
Oh,
I'll be honest, I'm a little shocked that we're not playing as Jessie Faden, who is a freaking remarkable protagonist. We're playing as her brother, Dylan, who we discover in my gosh, I'm just blanking in the bureau, right? At the end of Control. The combat, listen, it's combat I think is kind of mixed when it comes to oh my gosh, Remedy, right?
yeah.
But man, this game, they have such a great track record with their storytelling, their world building, and what the characters are doing. I loved Control. I think that we're gonna get a bait and switch, man. I don't think Jesse is gonna be sidelined in this game. I just like wouldn't be surprised if this is one of those, if it's like Alan Wake 2, where we're swapping between two protagonists. I think they're teasing us a little bit, and this is a studio that absolutely will mess with the perception of their games. Maybe that's just me being really hopeful and that we get to play as Jesse again, but yeah, I don't know. It's melee combat, which is something they don't typically do, but this team is immensely creative, and I would say even in their risks, that creativity shows through, and I just have a lot of optimism and confidence in the studio that they're going to pull off Control Resonant. And I do think it comes out this year.
I'm one of those few people who just didn't fall in love with Control, and I wish I did. I don't know why. It's just one of those, like, I have very particular taste, I think, when it comes to like the world and the setting, and for some reason like that setting like just didn't do it. I mean, I understand why people, it's like when like I look from the outside in and understand why people love it because of all the things that it does, and I absolutely respect it. I just, for some reason, I just don't love that world. So I don't even
Yeah.
know if I'm going to play Resident. I mean, even Alan Wake 2, like I tried really hard to get into it, and just for some reason, as cool as it was, the vibes and like the storytelling and all the interesting things that they did. Yeah, I wish. I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's weird.
Yeah.
I'm a
I mean, if
weirdo.
it's not your jam, it's not your jam.
I'm a weirdo.
Speaking of jam, no. What listeners will probably have realized up until this point is that neither of us have put Grand Theft Auto 6 on our lists.
No.
Um, this is just one of those series that, man, I have not felt any interest in playing since like San Andreas. I just don't feel like this game. And folks, you can rain hellfire down on me for saying this. I don't care. This game, in my opinion, doesn't look like it has evolved at all. It just looks better and better each time. And I'm just no longer interested in this premise. So GTA 6 for me is a game that I'd be pretty happy to skip.
Yeah, I think I'm right there with you. That being said, I am much more interested in Grand Theft Auto 6's narrative story and like the way that they've set things up than I was in any of the previous games. I think this like dual protagonist, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, crime duo situation like in Florida, I think that's actually pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. But that being said, is it actually gonna get me to pay $100 or however much it's gonna cost when it comes out? If the gameplay stays as stiff and as 2005 as it's been for years, because they've never upgraded it. I mean, it's going to be one of those like where it's a simulation that can do everything, right? It's going to have like a drug cartel minigame inside of it. There's going to be like bigger than some actual games, right? It's going to have apparently it has like some whole DJ music club management sim. Like it's one of those, right, where it's got like 10 games inside of it that people are going to be addicted to, not to mention the online piece. But if the narrative is really dope, I could actually see myself diving into like Golden Path it if I can get it for under $900 or however much it's going to retail. But no, it wasn't on my list either.
Just not our thing. Real quickly, I'm going to rapid fire 2 honorable mentions here. And this is updated after I made this list. One, it's the one game we didn't talk about from the Xbox Developer Direct. Beast of Reincarnation. It was actually initial draw. It was the initial draw for me to watch the Developer Direct because this is the first Game Freak game that's non-Pokemon since 2017, if I remember that information correctly.
Mm-hmm.
It looks absolutely unlike Pokemon in every way possible. But again, I'm really drawn to these action RPGs that I'm seeing, and this one looks fantastic. I mean, you play as Emma, this kind of druid-like character who's an outcast from human colonies, and she has this amazing wolf companion, Ku, who you can command in battle. The bosses looked really like today's showing of this game really impressed me. It looks really somebody in when I was streaming this pointed this out. This is Rouge, one of our Discord members, a longtime listeners, pointed out that like it looks like there's a lot of systems at play, which I think could be a little overblown. Like I think that's an absolutely fair observation. But otherwise, man, I just loved the setting and kind of how the characters were portrayed and what's going on. And so that one's on my list. And then the second honorable mention, this one comes from also Rouge, so same person from our Discord. Cameron, have you heard of the game The Lift? I had not heard of this game at all.
Supernatural Handyman Simulator?
Yes.
No.
Okay, so I asked people in our Discord
this looks insane.
Dude, this game looks incredible. When I asked people, I was like, guys, okay, or I was like, folks, what games are you excited for this year? Rouge puts like this game, The Lift, on his list. And I was like, what is this game? And then I watched a trailer. Dude, it looks freaking awesome. Basically, you play this handyman who solves all these different, and these puzzles kind of look like, Pipe Dream type puzzles. If you remember that, really, that's a throwback game, right? Yeah. Where you're fixing things that's kind of in this facility that's overrun by this supernatural goo. And so it's kind of like part Ghostbusters, but also part Handyman Sim. And it looks amazing. Like, I'm pretty excited for it now.
Dude, this does look amazing. My goodness. Dude, you had the best list. Jake, we need to actually... Okay. Let me finish mine real quick, and then I want to write down, like, because you had so many that I didn't even think about. 2026 is insane.
This is the
biggest... I'm calling it right now. This is the biggest prediction episode we've ever had. This is the most games that we're both like, these look all sick.
This is our shot. We said, and we are, digging our heels in, dying on this hill, that 2025 is not a banner year for video games. But by golly, 2026 just might be one.
By G. Willikers, it is. G. Willikers, mister. There's this kid.
G. Willikers.
There's this kid in my neighborhood, and I feel really bad because he's like a really nice kid. But every time I see him, I go, "Oh boy, G. Willikers, mister. How are you doing? Can I get a Ovaltine and a Fizzy Pop?"
Dude, that was an amazing Mickey Mouse voice. I had no idea.
Boy. He looks like he's like this little redheaded kid. He's like, we call him 1950s kid.
Who we love, just to make that clear,
he's
right?
like the kid like in the soda pop shop talking. He's like the kid like on the sitcom, like, "Gee Willikers,
like
mister."
The neiver from the sitcom.
Yeah. He's got like red hair and like wears his pants. He's like the nicest kid ever. I really like. Anyway, 1950s kid. Oh boy.
Have you thought about auditioning for Disney as a Mickey Mouse animatronics?
No. Have I told the Mickey Mouse story?
No.
So my sister, as you know, as I may have said on this podcast before, she is she doesn't work there anymore, so I think I can share. She used to be a character, like she would play Disney princesses and stuff at Disney World. And so there's an infamous story of Mickey Mouse.
I'm glued.
There's a Mickey Mouse is visiting with a Make-A-Wish kid.
Oh no.
And this Make-A-Wish kid like has like lung cancer or something horrible, right? Like this like little kid. So she goes in to give I'm not gonna say it wrong now, but she goes in to like give Mickey Mouse a hug, and Mickey Mouse is like, I can't remember, like says like, "How are you?" or something, like in the voice, like, "How are you?" or like what? It's like a recorded thing, and then she says, "I have cancer," and Mickey Mouse goes, "That's great." and then like very quickly hits the other line, which is, "Just kidding."
Did your parents get their money back?
I don't know what the rest of the story is, but it's one of the funniest things ever. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I had a couple more. Wolverine. Can't leave that off the list.
Can't leave it off the list.
Insomniac's making a freaking Wolverine game. Spider-Man games are freaking incredible. This is the game for sure will have crazy narrative chops. Like this team delivers cinematic story like no one's business. So for that reason, I mean, dude, this could easily be game of the year. I mean, it's all the games that we just talked about, which is insane. I mean, Grand Theft Auto 6 will probably be game of the year. I mean, if it comes out. Yeah. But Wolverine is right in there. I also had Kingmakers. This got delayed out of 2025. This is the medieval simulator, but you're like a modern guy, like in a medieval settings. You have like a shotgun and like a van, and
nice.
It's got like crazy graphics and like crazy medieval simulation, but like you're like running through soldiers with like your truck, and like you have a machine gun, and like apparently there's this whole medieval sort of simulation strategy element to it. Like the game is actually a lot bigger than I thought. I thought it was just sort of a weird sandbox, like run around and like shoot stuff. But apparently, it's a lot more than that. And so it got delayed because it's like a solo developer, and they couldn't get it finished. But anyways, so
Okay, I remember now. This game looks super bonkers. I actually
super
have
bonkers.
a video of it now. Yeah, this game. Yeah, this game. Dude. You're just like a one-man army, right? And you're just here you go. You're just mowing everybody
Yes,
down.
exactly.
Oh, dude, this looks incredible. Oh, the publisher is Tiny Build. I like Tiny Build, so that gives me a lot more confidence.
Apparently, it's more than meets the eye. Because at first I thought I was like, oh, this is like a cool sort of graphical simulator idea, but it's apparently it's become more than that. So, the last one I had was Vampire Crawlers. I don't even know if that makes it this year, but I was like, if it does, it's got to be. I mean, anything the Vampire Survivors guy's making, it's got to be on the list.
I think that'll make it this year, and I think it'll make a big splash too.
Okay, Jake, just to recap really quick. So my list was Resident Evil Requiem, 007 First Light, Saros, Crimson Desert, Lego, Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, Fable, Forza Horizon 6, Gears of War E-Day, Blood of the Dawnwalker, Witchbrook, Star Wars Zero Company, Wolverine, Kingmakers, Vampire Crawlers, Replaced, and then I put Clockwork Revolution with 2 question marks because it's probably not coming. What was your list? Because I want to make sure I capture yours.
All right, we're starting from 10 to 1. Abyss X Zero, Into the Fire, 007 First Light, Phantom Blade Zero, The Adventures of Elliot, The Millennium Tales, The Dusk Bloods, Replaced, Resonance, A Plague Tale Legacy, Mariachi Legends, Control Resonant, and then my 2 honorable mentions were Beast of Reincarnation and The Lift.
The Lift. Nice. What a list. Yeah, I mean, dude, take it to the bank 2026. Holy crap, dude. There's so many cool games coming out. You know, it's weird, like, I think I mentioned this before, but 2026 also looks like a ridiculous year for film as well.
Yeah.
Have you seen this? Like the number of big releases coming like this next year or this year?
Doesn't Dune Messiah come out this year?
Dune Messiah and Avengers Doomsday have the same release date.
I'll be honest, man. They've got to come out with a trailer that is 11 out of 10 to get me to see Avengers Doomsday.
So Dune, you're getting a new Dune. You're getting basically the sequel to Avengers Endgame because it sounds like they're just retconning everything because whatever. You're getting the Odyssey from Christopher Nolan.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
You're getting like Toy Story 5. There's like a whole bunch of other movies. There's like a big list of cool looking films from like, oh, you're getting this new crazy Spielberg movie is coming. Yeah, dude, this could be a ridiculous year for media. I feel like we've come out of the haze of COVID, writer's strike, and like some other things. Dude, we could even this game. So the game that was on a bunch of people's list that we didn't mention, and the reason we didn't mention it because this game is never coming out. If you didn't listen to our Never Coming Out episode, people keep bringing up Marvel 1943: Rise of Hydra, and I'm like,
no. I'm sorry, no. There's
just
no
stop.
way.
Just stop talking about it. Never talk about it again.
That game has a snowball's chance in hell of coming out this year.
Chance in hell. Yeah.
I simply do not believe that game gets out of the gate ever. I don't know, man. I remember we saw that one trailer a billion years ago. That was like a conversation between Captain America and Black Panther.
Looks insane, but not real.
Yeah, exactly. It was like an insanely rendered cutscene. And I'm pretty sure that game has been in development hell, and now, no, dude, I'm sorry.
No. So,
you know what, Cameron? Sorry, a quick thought.
Yeah,
we need like a fantasy critic league for the Discord, but of games that are not coming out. Like I know that's a part of Fantasy Critic League is you can counterpick a game.
Well, that's a great idea.
Release. But I would love to be like, you know what? What games are not coming out? Like that is what you're selecting.
You could do it differently though. We could do it more like gambling, where like you bet like sports betting, you bet like a certain number of like amount of money, right? And like a higher bet, you lose more. Like if it comes out or it doesn't. Anyway,
Like those dumb. I keep seeing ads for what's it called? Keishi. Like you can bet on anything.
yes,
I'm like,
yes.
dude,
Oh yeah. Because they were betting on the BYU football coach that he was going to go to Penn State. Yeah.
Dude, you can bet on like anything. I kind of really hate that company specifically because they're freaking annoying and everywhere. But so there goes our sponsorship opportunities with them.
Yeah, I mean, we're right in that demographic.
Yeah.
I guess we're an older demographic now. We're actually olds now, Jake. I mean, we in the 6 years we've done this podcast, we've gone from the 25 to 35 demographic to the 35 to 50 demographic.
This is true. This is where we're at.
So we are now old. If you're listening to this podcast and you are under 35 years of age, please let us know because you'll have to be banned because this is only for old people. No, please continue listening.
Just know that you're alone, I guess. No.
Yeah. No, my nephew listens to this podcast, so what up? What up, nephew?
Nice.
You're not getting any of these games, by the way, because you only have a Switch.
Oh, wow.
You know what's
Harsh
crazy?
dose of
You know what's
reality
crazy?
here at the end of the episode.
As a final thought, we have no idea what Nintendo is doing this year out of all the crap that we just talked about.
I mean, we know some things. But they're not. None of them feel like they're big holiday hitters, right? So, like we know about a new Mario Tennis game. We know about a new Fire Emblem game.
I guess that's true. We know Yoshi, Fire Emblem, Tennis.
Yoshi. We know some things, but do you know Nintendo's got some massive game.
They've got something in
their
their back
sleeve.
pocket. Yeah.
They're gonna tell us in May that they've got this like 300-hour Mario game coming in November.
The biggest rumble that I keep hearing, and then we can end, is the Ocarina of Time remake. Do you think it's real?
No, I don't. Actually, I don't think they're remaking a Zelda game. I mean, they have made. There is like the Ocarina of Time 3D remake that got released on 3DS, right?
Yeah.
And there's like Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD and Skyward Sword for Switch. So I do take that back as a wholesale comment, but I think like from the ground up, completely remade, I think there's a higher chance we get a Twilight Princess Switch release this year than we do Ocarina remake. Now, am I complaining if an Ocarina remake comes out? No, not if it's running on Switch 2 the way that I see, Tears of the Kingdom running on Switch 2. I'm all in. But
give me something Zelda. That's what I want from Nintendo. Something Zelda. Zelda's my favorite Nintendo franchise thing. Everything else, well, yeah, that's my favorite. So do that.
I don't know. So I think their goal is to try to release something Zelda every year. So last year we got Age of Imprisonment, and the year before we got Echoes of Wisdom. So when they release the Zelda thing every year, from what I understand, it could be like the Link's Awakening remake, right? Not a new like mainline hardcore big promo game. So I think we'll get something Zelda this year. I think we're still a few years out. I think they've already said that they're not doing anything else in the Hyrule that they've created for Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. So I think whatever we get is going to be a brand new adventure, right? Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we got something like a Link Between Worlds remake.
Yeah. It'll probably be something dumb like that.
Or
no offense to
brutal, man.
The millennials are old and we want our Ocarina of Time remake.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're absolutely spot on with that.
For people my age, that is the greatest game ever made.
Yep.
I think there's no question. It's that and Age of Empires and Halo 1.
Okay, what's the fourth one for the Mount Rushmore of millennials?
This would actually be a great special topic episode, Jake.
The
Mount Rushmore of millennial gamers. Ocarina of Time, Age of Empires,
Halo.
Halo.
Pokemon Red and Blue?
Might be that. I could see StarCraft up there, but maybe that takes Age of Empires spot. Diablo 1? I don't know.
Diablo 1, man.
No, that might be 2. No, that's too niche. GoldenEye? No.
Maybe. We'll have to revisit this.
All right, we'll come back to it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been another episode of the Pre-Order Bonus Podcast 2026 Gaming Predictions. Crazy list of video games. Here's what I'll do. I'll put the entire list with release dates in the description of this episode. And I think this one's going to make it on YouTube. Don't take my word on that until you actually see a video on YouTube. But if it successfully makes it to YouTube, we are going to start trying to do YouTube this year. So if you want to watch and see our beautiful faces as we talk or play this at work or whatever, we're going to try and get the YouTube feed back up and running. So these are going to be up on YouTube as well. But yeah, go find us there. Go find us on your podcast platform of choice. Leave a review. That helps people find the show. In 2026, it's a new year. Still trying to grow the show as much as possible. Join us in the Discord. Link to that is in the description. Come chat with us. Come join in on the conversation. Watch Jake stream. Twitch.tv/ChipDip18 /ChipDip18. Maybe also co-stream into YouTube potentially. We'll see. Maybe.
We'll see.
And other than that, yes, patreon.com/PreorderCast. Sign up at the tier that makes the most sense for you. You get access to extra content, extended editions of our regular episodes, including our extended edition from last week, which is our gaming predictions episode for 2026. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great night.